We all see the neck every day, but drawing it, that's another story. It's not just a cylinder between the head and torso. It's full of subtle forms that, if you are not careful, can flatten your drawing fast. In this video, I'm sketching neck in real time, focusing on identifying the main muscle landmarks, not shading or rendering, just trying to understand how the structure works beneath the skin. What makes the neck hard to draw is that it connects two complex volumes, the head and the torso, and the transitions are soft. The landmarks are subtle, especially on thinner necks where muscles don't really pop. There is also a natural overlap. The head casts forward a bit over the chest, and if you miss that, the drawing can look disconnected. Depending on the angle, the head can hide a lot of information of the neck, and this makes it challenging to place the neck in right position. There are three big muscle groups I keep an eye on every time I draw a neck. First, the sternocleidomastoid. I believe this is the scientific name. However, knowing the name, it is not important to draw the neck. It runs from just behind the ear to the center of the clavicle, forming that diagonal stretch you often see when the head turns. There are two of them. They kind of frame the front of the neck. In between them, there are another group of muscles which runs from the chin to the top of the chest. Together, they create a triangle shape in the front view, and visualizing that triangle twisting helps me place the muscles even when the head moves. The head really dictates the gesture of the neck. I'm not trying to draw every single muscle, just trying to indicate enough so the form makes sense. I look for curves, overlaps, and where those main muscles anchor. Even a small tilt of the head changes the way those lines flow. Another group of muscles that I keep an eye is the trapezius. It is actually a back muscle, but it wraps into the side and base of the neck. It connects about the ear level, from the back of the head, and sweeps down toward the clavicle. And depending on the pose, it can really change the silhouette of the neck. Unlike the facial features like eyes or nose, the neck muscles twist depending on the angle of the head. Drawing, it is not about memorizing all the anatomy names. It's more about understanding the form in motion in order to train my eye to see the structure without relying on shadows. And don't get me wrong, the shadow it is important for learning and for drawing, but sometimes I feel like ignoring shadow, just trying to understand the overall form, I learn much more and I can remember for longer. Once the structure feels right, I know that I can come back later and add details if I want to, but this is a sketch, not a finished piece. When I'm studying, I like to draw multiple versions of the subject, in this case the neck. So I drew a bunch of necks on different angles from different positions and really trying to digest the big muscle groups. When the head turns, when the head tilts, what happens to the muscles. It is not about copying the photo, but try to see the repeating rhythms. That's how I approach learning, just trying to understand the structure by sketching forms, by using contour lines. Sometimes I do use shading. I know that is not perfect. If this video was helpful, please like the video, feel free to subscribe or follow. Thanks for watching and keep sketching.